Okay, so, yeah, it's time to read. Excuse me, read. We're not reading, we're going on a date. It's time to, you know, date up Yolanda. Again, let me see if I'm recording. Yep, I am. Sorry, it is 7:42 and I've been up since 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm slightly sleepy. There's no content warnings. Okay, so this, excuse me, I burped. So this is wholesome. Fuck, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Student productions are your heart. Your students are all nerves, but you're beaming, glowing like a pregnant soon-to-be mother in the face of a grandmother not approving of her future marriage, but having the internal with, with, wherewithal. I have never seen that word before in my life. I was like, withdrawal? No, wherewithal not to care. 7 groups of about 4 of your students are performing scene studio directed by the leader of each group. Each of the studies are written by one of the group members, and you could not be more excited. Your excitement is off-putting to some of the kids, but they're getting used to you by now. You, Isabella Morgan, are a proud mother duck watching her ducklings waddle into the water on their own for the first time, and you could not be prouder. It brings tears to your eyes. You put a finger to your mouth as the lights begin to dim. This only serves to quiet yourself, of course. Did you already mention that you couldn't be prouder of these kids? You swear that you've never seen a more beautiful performance like ever in your entire life. It wasn't perfect, but they did their best and you're happy for all of them. You're taking your time congratulating each of them individually for their hard work coming to fruition. There were a few mistakes and a few forgotten lines that led to haphazard improv, but that's all part of the magic of theater. You've met with the kids' family enough to recognize their relatives by tonight, but tonight there's someone you don't recognize with one of your students. Sue. Not that you suspect her of anything, but you decide it would be best to check her out. Might as well introduce yourself. Who's this? You casually approach them, stopping slightly behind Sue. They excitedly glance up at you and pull you beside them. This is my teacher, Miss Morgan. She helped us prepare for showcase and helped us whenever we needed it. Miss Morgan, this is Yo-Yo. Sue Yun, middle school student, Isabella's theater student. The stranger smiles at you and nods her head. It's nice to finally meet you. You're doing a great thing for these kids. The showcase was fantastic. I was on the edge of my seat the whole way through. Well, thank you. This woman sure knows how to butter you up, although you're sure it's not that hard in the first place. She has a warm energy about her that you like. So obviously trust her deeply. Oh, Sue. Sue obviously trusts her deeply, and she doesn't seem to be giving off any warning signs. In fact, she seems very trustworthy. She extends a hand for you to shake, which you eagerly take. My name's Yolanda, actually, but Yo-Yo has become a nickname of mine. Well, most people call me Isa. It's wonderful to meet you. Yo-Yo runs the hair salon that I read my poetry at. I invited her to the show to give her the taste of the theater. That's good. I hope it was okay. I hope it was to your satisfaction. It was. It was great. You must be so proud of these kids. I'm so proud of Sue. You are so proud of them. If you didn't have the social etiquette that you do, then you would have gripped Yolanda in a massive hug. It's like she's reading your mind to tell her you exactly want to hear. Yeah, they're all so amazing. Sue turns her head between the two of you. You know, Yo-Yo lets us read poetry at her salons on Sundays, and I'd really appreciate if you would come and see me read my latest piece, Miss Morgan. They give you the cutest little puppy dog eyes. Is that even a question? Of course you will go. I would love to go. That's a non-question. Sue grins up to you, but their attention is cut short once they catch sight of their mom. She hadn't been able to make it to the beginning of the showcase, but she snuck her way in about halfway through to see as much of it as she could. With a hard-working woman, Sue crosses the theater, making their way straight to their beaming mother and leaving you alone with Yolanda. You run the hair salon. You're a hairstylist. I actually own the salon. It was always my dream. Ah, there it is. The dream talk. Really? You know there's nothing wrong with having dreams. Hell, achieving your dreams is supposed to be everyone's goal. But lately, It just rubs you the wrong way. No, it reminds you of your perceived failures. That's it. You should be happy for her. And you are. You're glad someone was able to reach their goal, even if, um, she's looking at you. How long have you been quiet? That's so great. I'm really happy for you. You alright? Me? Yeah, of course. Me? I'm fine. You wave your hand at her dismissively with a sharp laugh. A single glance over is enough to tell her that she isn't convinced. She's skeptical. I'll tell her what's on my mind. Well, it's like, fuck it. If she's asking, then she can hear the truth. You sigh. Might as well. You're so lucky, I love these kids. I do, but my job, I don't think I ever wanted to be a teacher, really. Yolanda's mood lightens up immediately as you open up to her. She must have expected a different outcome. I get it. I wanted bigger things. Like I wanted to get out of this stinking town, but fuck. You pause to gather yourself and come to your senses. It looks like none of the kids heard you wildly swear, despite the echo. You hope that was all in your head. I wanted to be on Broadway growing up. Isn't that crazy? I think most people have big dreams growing up, but most things in life never end up going as planned, I didn't always want to be a hairstylist. That came later. Later for me, sure, is taking it sweet time. I can see you have a real passion for these kids and the theater. You never know what will become your next goal. You could open a whole new theater program for these kids. Maybe even a new theater? Life doesn't just stop because one, maybe two, or even a few things don't pan out. Sometimes you just have to keep going even if it doesn't. On a surface level, you've always known that. You even heard it a million times, although often directed at others. Sometimes even from you to others, but the point had never really hit home until now. Being presented with alternative can be a good thing sometimes. Overall, you decide that you can get used to having Yolanda around. She has a serene, calming energy. You notice that you haven't even tried to sing out yours. And nice eyes, a nice facial shape. Everything about her just screams friend. Certainly, she lives up to her title. You're such a sweetheart. What, are you an old lady now? Oh, thank you, Miss Morgan. You barely register yourself scooping up her hands and bringing them, and her in turn closer to you. Even a puppy's over eagerness doesn't have shit on the way you get excited, and that's a-okay in your book. Isa is just fine. Say, would you want to hang out? Like, maybe, I don't know, I'm free Wednesday, also Thursday night. Ooh, what about after the poetry reading on Sunday, or before? I can make time. Yolanda seems surprised by your enthusiasm. You hope it's a pleasant surprise that she feels toward you. When's the last time you, Isabella Morgan, got the chance to hang out like this? You were a teenager. You desperately hope that the word on the edge of her tongue right now is a loud, thunderous yes. Or you could count that other guy, but you would rather think of it like virginity. If you didn't get pregnant, your slate is wiped clean and it doesn't count. Starting from zero, you're sure Jesus or somebody would agree with you. Oh, she also has nice lips. Oh, yeah, sure, Isa. Thank God, thank you. Great, can I have your number? Oh, I hope you don't plan on sending these scandalous photos. Her joke wins a giggle out of you. I don't think I'll let you in on my plans just yet, Yo-Yo. You give her your phone and she gives you hers. You input your number under the contact name Isa, followed by a few emojis. After you finish, you give her phone back. Right as she returns yours. You feel like you're totally in sync, and this is great. She laughs at your joke too. Nice. The kids are starting to thin out, and you can see a few leaving with their families. When they notice you looking, they wave. Your glorious night is ending. It makes you sigh, and you realize that you kept Yolanda here for way longer than you thought. You can't even find Sue to return her to. They must have left with their mother. Yolanda checks the time on her phone. Oh, it is getting late, isn't it? I shouldn't keep you any longer. Yeah, I think I'll start heading home. I will too. I should have known better than to wait around. I've got to catch a bus. Oh, do you need a ride? That's fine, really. I don't want to impose. No, I don't mind at all. My bus card is full, so really there's no need to trouble. Please, I'd love to give my friend a ride home. Is she smirking at you? You can't tell, but you're a little flustered regardless. You figured there's no point in denying her any further. Not that you mean anything untoward by that statement. And they're just going to be friends. I don't have no love it. Bitch. To be fair, Yolanda is very, very beautiful. There's something comforting about her that you can't quite put your finger on. It's as appealing as it is envy-inducing, my bad. Alright, you convinced me. She looks triumphant. Lead the way, Captain Yo-Yo. You got it. I think I parked pretty close to the exit. Writing poetry of your own has been an emotional roller coaster. No one told you to write a poem, you just felt like it. Okay, maybe you just wanted to impress Yolanda. You have no idea if your poem will impress Yolanda. What if she thinks it's some kind of sick joke? What if she thinks you're poking fun at her interest to get back at her? Getting back at her for what exactly? You sigh. It's a good, strong, hefty sigh to discourage overthinking. No one told you to pretend you know a thing about poetry, but at this point, if you don't show her, you've just wasted your own time. If she doesn't like it, maybe she can give you pointers. That's the spirit, Isa. Writing poetry is like writing a song. And then, somewhere along the way, you lose it. Fuck. But then you pick it right back up again. Poetry is just songs without music. Even a haiku or a iambic pentameter, whatever that is. In any case, you gather your things and head to the hair salon. You're careful not to forget your poem, despite the number of times you considered leaving it. You aren't sure why you're so worried about it. Poetry's supposed to be about feelings, right? You shake your head to dispel your uncertain thoughts. Hopefully, the bus won't be uncomfortably crowded or dirty. You arrive at the salon with a few minutes to spare before the first poetry reading starts. It's that awkward in-between period. However, where all the good seats are taken, you can't really despair over it, though. After all, you could have gotten ready to go earlier. You're about to resign to a seat in the back when Yolanda catches the sight of you. She smiles and waves you over. You thought she was just waving at first, which is embarrassing. Hey, I saved you a seat. Thank you. This is a really good seat. I'm so excited. Sue's somewhere in the middle. They're so talented. I love their work. I can't wait to hear what they have. Yolanda smiles at you. You follow her lead and fall to silence. A few more people filter in and take the shitty seats. The reading starts shortly after. Before tonight, you've never been to a poetry reading before. It is surprisingly well-rounded learning experience, you think. Aww. This is cute. I just like taking screenshots. They're cute. It turns out poetry isn't just putting your feelings on paper. Poetry can be used to making metaphors, tell stories, and any number of other things. Some of the stories you heard tonight were fiction, and others were non-fiction, and basically everything you never knew poetry could be about. You paid special attention to Sue's poem. It was about a group of heroes who thought themselves very mundane, not good enough, heroes who didn't know the good they did for people. It was neat. Overall, you feel good. Poetry is just like a song. It's just like songwriting. Maybe your poem isn't that bad. Miss Morgan, you nearly jump out your goddamn motherfucking skin. Sue, hey, sweetheart. I'm so proud of you. Judging by the way Yolanda looks in the other direction, she totally noticed how Sue scared you. Damn, she seems to think it's pretty funny too. Really? What did you think of my poem? It was the best poem I heard. You're a great poet, and I didn't even know it. You chuckle a little at your own joke, and Sue laughs too. Your poem was great tonight, Sue. Everybody did great tonight. You're really developing as a writer. You notice that Yolanda doesn't laugh with you and Sue. In fact, she doesn't even look at you. You think so? Don't I tell you every week I improve every day I write, I know. You totally blew everybody else out the water. Sue, maybe you could even, like, get a book deal one day. Do poets make book deals? You really did great, Sue. Is your ma around? I think she'd love to hear all about it. Yolanda gives Sue a knowing smile, and Sue returns. You'd forgotten what it felt like to completely miss the point of something. This time, there's no one else for you to theorize with. Yolanda looks at you with an unreadable expression on her face. What did we do? Isa, you know this isn't a competition, right? Oh, fuck me. Well, yeah, of course. Then why would you say that to Sue? They don't need to worry about their poems being the best. Yeah, I didn't mean... This is a place for everyone to express themselves. For everyone to be themselves and to be comfortable doing so. I didn't mean anything by it. You need to think about the things you say in the spaces you say them in, Isabel. Yeah, I understand. She squints. Sorry. Thank you. Now I'm gonna congratulate everyone for their hard work. You feel she said everyone with a little too much venom, but that's probably all in your head. You know nothing about poetry reading etiquette. How are you supposed to know about bolstering a kid's confidence is wrong? You didn't mean any harm, and she knows that, so what's she so pissy for? You feel another heavy sigh coming. Will your apology be enough to compensate? Yeah, I didn't expect that from Yolanda, but whatever. You haven't really gotten to show Yolanda your poem for her. You put all this effort into writing this damn thing, she might as well be forced to read your shoddy craftsmanship. Instead of awkwardly standing around like a baby, you start chatting with other guests and even some of the presenters. You figure it looks good if you mingle with and congratulate the presenters, even if their poems sucked, because everyone deserves to be praised for their efforts. You can't say whether or not ending up right next to Yolanda was planned on your part or hers, but you bump into her again and she looks you up and down. You try to think of something to say, but your face is stolen by a pout. What's up, Isa? I wrote a poem. And you want me to read it? I'll show it to her. You pull the folded paper from your bag and hand it over. Aww. Cute. Oh god. Oh fuck. This is a horrible mistake, isn't it? Are you sweating? Yolanda is calmly reading your poem, completely unaware of your plight. Your palms are moist. Ugh, ew. You hate that word. Can't believe you just thought it. You wipe your palms on your pants. Back to your regular scheduled anxiety. What if she doesn't like it? What if she thinks it's a mockery of her art? What if she... Oh, she's done. You smile. Your smile is so tense. This is great, Isa. You feel an invisible weight lifted from your shoulders. This is a great, great relief, and you aren't sure why. You can't even imagine what you thought she might say about your poem. This is, as she said, a place to express yourself and be who you are comfortably. It doesn't matter if you question whether or not your family genuinely loves you. In fact, isn't that even more reason to express yourself in a place like this? A safe space. The idea makes you feel somewhat warm. I'm happy you felt comfortable enough to share this with me. Her smile melts your heart. You can't say you were comfortable sharing it with her. It was more of branching out and dipping your toes in the water, stepping out of your comfort zone, trying your hand at something new. It's safe to say the results are promising, very promising. Say, did you, I found her. Sue shows up with her mom in tow. She was in the bathroom. Hey, hi. Hello, Miss Morgan, and Yo-Yo too. Are you friends? Juwan Yun, sales representative. Okay. We just met recently, actually. It's good to see you. Did you enjoy the other readings? Yeah, I loved it. As always, it's always very... She keeps talking, but you did get distracted by her name tag. How did you say that? Juwan? Well, it seems simple enough. Ju, like juice. Juwan. Wan, like past tense of when. One. Or Wan. Juwan. Seems nice, if you're saying it correctly, that is. Isa? You'll be really embarrassed if you're saying that wrong in your mind. Oh, I hit the mic, sorry. Ideal. You wait until she says it again. Izzy? Huh? Oh, sorry about that. What were you asking? If you enjoyed the showcase too. Oh, of course. I love Sue. They've got a really good head on their shoulders. Yes, they do. Sue looks up at their mom with a big smile, and you know that there's some context that you're missing out. That's happened a lot tonight, but perhaps it's none of your business this time. Maybe you don't need to know everything, everywhere, all at once. It was great to talk to you two. The pleasure's all mine. It's been great talking to you too. Mom, we need to get going. You wave your farewells as Sue and their mom head out. You're next to Yolanda, so close that your hand is grazing hers. You're noticing this just now. Is your throat dry? Did you want to hang out after? Like after you close up the shop and all? Your awkward laugh is so ugly. Tonight? Yeah, sure thing. It's a date. It takes a bit for the salon to clear out. Once the crowd dwindles to nothing, you help her clean up the floors and pick up the trash. Locking up is a relief. So what kind of trouble do you think we can get up to? You laugh. Oh, I don't know. We could go out to dinner. We could see a movie. Go to a club. Oh, we could go to the jazz club. The Vibe. Yeah, I've been there a few times. It's good. Is it? Mm-hmm. Yolanda offers her hand to you and you excitedly take it. Even though you only just met Yolanda recently, you feel close to her. Close enough to open up to her. Maybe closer because of how you open up to her. Your poem is personal, to say the least. It's about your mama and your papa. It's about Abigail and Helena and Verinia and Tulio, Tio, Enrique. It's about you. It's about everything. It's about nothing at all. What does it even mean for you? It couldn't be any different from anything else. It's more average than the most average thing. If that's the case, then why does it make you feel so... Isa? Oh, yeah, totally. Sorry, I got in my head a little bit there. Are you okay? We can go out another time if you want. Nope, it's okay. No, I'm good. We should go out. You're the one who practically begged Yolanda to come out here, and by God, you were going to show her a good time. It'd be pathetic of you to ditch her over some lame feelings. You cannot possibly disappoint this woman immediately after inviting her out and showing her your shitty poem. Alright. Yeah. Oh God, you're not convincing at all. She doesn't believe you. No one would believe you. What kind of actress can even get one person to believe her? You feel so bad. You really do want to hang out. Yolanda makes her best thinking face. What if we skip the club? Huh? You know, the park. Oh yeah. Do you want to just chill there? We can sit on the swings. That's a great idea. Yolanda laughs. Well, your goofy nature is a good, for one thing at least. You can make a pretty good, you can make a pretty girl laugh. A beautiful, gorgeous girl who, oh shit, you're embarrassing yourself without even saying anything now. We need to get a fucking grip. You're still holding on to her hand. It's warm and nice. You sit on the swing beside Yolanda and start with light momentum. Your dad was the one to teach you to swing when he had the time. When's the last time he had time? When's the last time either of your parents had time? Probably sometime before Helena was born. From the corner of your eye, you notice Yolanda staring at you. She has a soft smile on her face that doesn't carry an ounce of tension. Just sympathy, kindness, patience, and understanding. Are you gonna cry? Isa, listen. Have you ever thought of trying therapy? You laugh. It's awkward and sharp. Shit. No. Well, yes, but it's not bad, Isa. It's not bad at all. I just started getting therapy. It's helped a lot. Maybe it can help you too. Oh, suffice to say you didn't expect to hear that. And we will wrap this up in a little bit.